Welcome to Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa. The podcast where the heart of small town life beats loud and clear. Each week we dive into real stories behind the challenges and successes of living in a tight-knit community. This is where small town dreams, drama, and determination come to life. This is Small Town Pulse, and you're right on beat.
So let's welcome Whitney Lewis to a new episode of Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa. We all know her as Sunkissed. She does a lot of cleanup work at the rivers and the parks. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this and why you do it?
My name is Whitney Lewis, and my Facebook presence is Sunkissed Sticks and Stones. If you'd have told me I was going to be doing this 10 years ago, I'd have told you were crazy. But, you know, when I was younger, my dad and my mother, they used to take me out in nature all the time. That's what we did. We went out, on boats and things like that. And I had a great appreciation for nature, but I kind of got away from that until I was about 30. And when I rediscovered it, it was game on. I was kayaking constantly, sunset drives, that was my thing. I'd go out and I'd chase the sunset and I'd find all these beautiful places. And sometimes, while I was out, I'd pick up driftwood or I'd pick up rocks. And I thought, well, if I can do that, if I can bring a bag to pick up driftwood and rocks, I can also bring a bag to pick up trash. And so I'd pick up a bag or two here or there. And my sister-in-law one day, she's like, you need to start posting about that. Because when I originally started Sunkissed Sticks and Stones, it was just about the treasures that nature provides, But she said, you need to start posting about that. I was like, really? No, I hide when I pick up trash. People look at you like you're crazy, So I did. I started an Earth Day challenge on March 23rd. My birthday is Earth Day. Never made sense before, but it does now. And my goal was from March 23rd to April 22nd to pick up 500 grocery bags of trash. I picked up 750 bags. The whole month I kept telling everybody, I'm not going to be doing this all the time. I'm not going to be doing this all the time. And I woke up April 23rd and I was like, what do I do with myself today? I gotta go pick up trash. And it had such a profound impact on people. I had to keep the momentum going, it was unreal how quickly, I go to a boat dock and a fisherman would come and bring me a bottle he just threw down and be like, I'm so sorry, I just threw this down. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was there and I was smiling and I was happy. I wasn't complaining. I was just there trying to make it better,
Right.
And
They didn't feel like you were there judging them.
That's right. No judgment. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They're like, I can't stand a litterer. And I'm like, I have never met anybody in my life that has not lost something. Myself included. Okay. Right. That's 7 billion people. That's 7 billion pieces, So, and I'm not just saying when you lose something that you've lost it out in nature, but eventually that's where it ends up, And I tell people that, and that also, I can see something click in their head, kind of like, I might have lost a bungee cord while I was out fishing today, or, somebody flipped their boat, and, there's nothing, it's out of your control, you can't get it all. So my thing is, let's do 10 to 1, let's all get out, and if we all went out and picked up one grocery bag, what a difference it would make,
Mm-hmm. And you're just talking a little bag, like a power bag
and it's
or
so
something, yeah.
simple. Not overwhelming, it's not like you're taking
Not hard to carry, you don't need a wagon.
Right. Not like you're carrying a 55-gallon bag of trash, and it's easier to dispose of. You can take a grocery bag of trash and throw it in the trash can at the park. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a 55-gallon trash bag, you're going to have to look for a dumpster,
Or take it back to your house.
Yes,
yeah.
Which I've graduated to, but most people,
I was going to say, I've seen some of your pictures. That's not going in the can at the state park.
No. But thankfully, I've gotten lots of support from those state parks, which a lot of people were like, well, what do you do about a dumpster? That never even crossed my mind. I would just go out there and I'd do it, and whatever city I was in, I'd go to their city park if I had to and put it in the dumpster. And if somebody asked me what I was doing, I'd say, I'm dumping your trash. Yeah. I could put it back if you would like, right. Because that's what people, and I get it, people have to pay for waste disposal. But if I'm out and I'm trying to do the right thing, that shouldn't matter,
right.
Yep. Some people may disagree with that, but,
Sometimes you just have to ask for forgiveness.
That's right.
Permission.
That's exactly right. I'm a girl on a mission, right. I'm out trying to do something different. So, but yeah, and so now here we are 2 years later, and I've picked up 27,600, it changes every day, 600 and something bags.
Right.
And as a group, we've picked up over 720,000 grocery bags of trash, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's a lot. From
It's
just
very
going
impressive.
500 bags
Right?
and growing,
Yeah, 500 to 720,000.
Yeah,
It's
in just
incredible.
2 years.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
And going on how you were saying how people can help. Like, my wife's a smoker, and she's not the type of person to put it out the butt and just flick it on the floor. I have more butts in my car because she just puts it in the door handle or something like that because she doesn't want to throw it if a bird eats it or
That's
something. So yeah, it's just the little things can help. You don't have to do a lot. Yeah.
And I've grown. So like at first it was just get out there and get that trash picked up, you know. Now it's what can I take and recycle, you know. And people were on to me at first when I first started. They're like, you need to be recycling. I'm like, I'll bring it to your house. You can sort it out, you know. But really, ultimately, that is where the growth is, you know. If we recycle, then there's less going into our landfills and, you know, da 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 da. But I love doing what I do. I absolutely, because I go out and I see these, like, I mean, breathtaking places, waterfalls, and I want to get that. Like, you know, look what you just did for me. This waterfall just literally revitalized my soul. I want to do something to revitalize it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a win-win. Yeah.
And I know like these last couple of months have been really rough
Oof.
on you because you've just gone to
Oof.
clean up, and then here comes a storm flooding it back up and stuff.
That-
You know, and it gets frustrating. But what pulls you through that makes you say, I got to keep going?
The people downriver from us are
Okay.
getting a whole lot less trash. And that to me keeps me going. You know, like, okay, Boston, that's where I live.
Yeah.
Flooded. Went and cleaned it all up. April comes. Another flood comes through and it's all there again. And that's okay. Because, you know, it's one of those things you got to look at it from, sometimes you got to keep your blinders on and do just what you can. It may just be one grocery bag, you know. It may just be picking up one big item on the side of the road that you see, you know. But do something. And then as time goes on, people that are upriver from us, they start joining in. And then guess what? There's less that washes up on our banks, you know. So yeah, to that, it has been a rough last couple months. And not just because of the flooding, but I had transportation issues and I had to fight through that. But I did it.
Yeah.
I totally did it. No AC in the heat. And Maruni was very good to me. She carried me all over the place. But we are seeing the light now, which is amazing.
Well, yeah, I did remember you having car trouble and you're looking for one, and I see that you have gotten a new one,
Yes.
and that's great with the help of people from
Yes.
Facebook, and I think that is a great thing when you have the people reaching out to you.
That's right. It makes all the difference in the world. You know, if I didn't have their support, I wouldn't be confident in going out. You know, I got stranded at Land Between the Lakes, which is like really far from here.
Yeah.
I kept not going there because I didn't want to end up getting stranded. And as soon as I pulled in, kind of like you were talking about earlier, as soon as I pulled in, turned the car off, this lady's like, "You're parked on a horse trail." I was like, "I will move." No,
Yeah.
had to have it too. But yeah, that was intense. It was a lot, you know, and those kind of things kind of knock you down, kind of like, oh my gosh, maybe, you know, I made a lot of sacrifices to do what I do. But the way that it has impacted people, I just know that it's my soul's purpose. But sometimes you question that when things like that happen. You know, you're like, what am I going to do now? You know, here I am 3.5 hours away from home.
Yeah.
There's nobody around. You know, it was a scary situation. However, I made it through, and that right there, I know it's my soul's purpose because of those people that support and follow me and cheer me on and do everything they can to make sure that I'm able to go out and do it. It's a secure feeling. Very grateful for all of them, even just the ones that say thank you. Makes all the difference in the world. You know.
I mean, you're not going to make everybody happy.
No.
You know, you being out there, they'll be like, "What's she doing in that
Yeah.
place?" and stuff. But you know, you just plug along and do what you got to do. And I'm truly impressed with what I've seen. And I've only followed you for maybe 6 months now, and I've seen the growth that you've had on that, and it's kind of great. How have local governments that helped out, have they offered any help? Or
Some
Okay.
solid waste coordinators. I went to a solid waste coordinator meeting, which was amazing because that's huge. I mean, you know, from county to county, if I have somewhere to go to dump, I can do more. You know, so that was very big. And then Grayson County's been a huge supporter. It just depends. I've learned that it's county to county. I've learned that.
Always.
Like it's a county to county thing. You know, and some are very supportive, some are not so supportive. You know, Nelson County, they let me, you know, do what I pick up what I want to and bring it up to the dump or what have you, the stuff that I don't recycle. So I do have a lot of county governments that are supportive in a way, in that way.
Okay.
We'll say in that way.
In that way, I got you.
Now, do you mostly clean up areas that are near water? Is that
That's all I ever
That's all
do,
you clean,
yeah.
yeah.
No, well, it's not all I
Okay,
do.
but it's
I
what you-
also-
it's where you'd like to be.
That's where I want to be.
Yes.
But I do some roadside now that I've become a nonprofit for funding, because, I mean, you know, you gotta have funds
Sure.
to maintain, so.
You mean you have to live?
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
Yeah, right. But it's hard work. Roadside is very hard work. It's not the same as waterways. You want to talk about overwhelming? Every single piece you see on the side of the road, there's 10 more. You know, it's a lot for one person. But I'm fine with doing that. And a lot of times, the places that I do that, they'll try to put me near a waterway because they know that is my heart and soul. You know, which I mean, there's
That's
a
what
lot.
fuels you to keep
That's
going.
right. There's a lot of waterways, more than people think, near roadways too. You know,
Especially in Kentucky.
Oh, absolutely. Everywhere. And I've seen some really beautiful places that I probably would have never seen had I not done roadside. Plus, it plants all these seeds, even those negative Nancy's that you're talking about. even those, they don't know it, but there's a seed being planted. They're going to pay attention to that trash next time, you know?
Yep.
And the more people that see me out doing it, the more it grows. So it's all win-win-win, even the rip side that I don't care for too much.
Do you think there's an impact because you're a woman out there doing it?
I think
Or do you
maybe.
think it's just anybody?
I think maybe because I am a single mom, and that is when they know how focused I am on doing that, like literally. I used to be a businesswoman. I was an insurance agent, okay? So I was dressed to the hills every day, you know? So it's been a whole
A lifestyle
oh
change
my,
completely.
hugely. You know, it's unreal how much it's changed me. I don't care. If it don't have a Cleaner Kentucky on it, I'm not wearing it. And, you know, and before, I wouldn't wear a t-shirt. You wouldn't catch me dead in a t-shirt. You know, it's just funny how your purpose can change things. But I do believe that being a woman and being vulnerable and being in the spots that I am and doing as much as I do, I think that does make people think, man, you know, a fisherman, here I am throwing my trash down, and this lady is out here cleaning up after me.
Absolutely.
You know, it kind of, I feel like shames them in a way.
A little bit.
I'm not meaning that,
Right.
but I think that's what changes their way of thinking.
It makes them stop and
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
And you don't want your friend doing more work, you know. And so if I'm out there and I'm saying, you know, have you caught anything today? And you know, I hope you catch a whole bunch. They're like, man, you know, you can almost feel it. I can almost feel
I
it.
gotta go back and pick up that bottle. I threw it out there now.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'm done with this and I'm ready to throw it. And I'm nope.
Nope,
Yeah,
maybe
you
not.
can't do it.
She's
Yeah.
gonna have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's something great that, you know, when you share that on social media, that's the first place I learned about you was on Facebook. I think you shared some stuff to our Spencer County community group.
Yes.
And that's, you know, it really shows the power of social media, I think, too.
It does.
So being a marketing person, obviously, I believe strongly in the power of social media. And I think a lot of nonprofits aren't utilizing it to the full extent
Right.
to be able to get the funding and get people involved, get the volunteers. I mean, all the things that you need to continue to be a working nonprofit.
Right.
And I think you do such a good job at that. So I think, you know,
Thank you.
that's an inspiration to other nonprofits that they really need to, you know, follow your page and follow what you're doing.
I get mail from all over the country, which is amazing.
Mhm.
You know, Utah, Washington State. So it's not just Kentucky. I even have people from out of state, and they're like, "Can I contribute to a Cleaner Kentucky?" I'm like, yes, you can contribute to a Cleaner Kentucky.
Please,
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah. But it's unreal how much social media has. If it wasn't for social media and Facebook, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Absolutely. I mean, that is my outlet. That is my, you know, way to people. Working on a website now,
Are you?
but yeah, I wish I didn't have to. But you know, it's part of it.
It's part
It
of
is
it,
part of
yeah.
it. If something ever happened and Facebook shut down, I have to be able to communicate. You know,
Yeah.
with my people.
And you got to give
So,
people an easy way to donate to you, to donate to the cause,
Yes.
to sign up to volunteer, all that good stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So how many volunteers do you have?
Well, see now that changes
Uh-huh.
because I try to get people to do it while they're out on their own because so group cleanups. There's all kinds of nonprofits that do group cleanups, and some of them are very successful with it because you can get community groups and things like that to do it. But if you're just on average, if I'm doing a group cleanup, you know, it's a lot of work, a couple months worth of planning, lots to do,
Uh-huh.
and then you get there and there's 10 people. You know what I mean? And it's because it's hard to plan. I'm a single mom. I totally get it. I could plan something a month from now and then it never, you know, I can't make it or what have you.
Right.
But if you're doing it while you're out on your own, I mean, how many people are out at the creeks and the rivers and the lakes right now because it's so hot outside?
While you're just there
you
on
know?
vacation,
That's right.
camping,
That's right.
or
Pick up
whatever.
10 pieces, put it in a grocery bag, throw it in the trash can, and that's where my volunteers a lot of times come
Gotcha.
in. But I do have some like there's Teresa Rakes in Lexington. That sweet lady goes out every single day and cleans up in Lexington. Sarah and Monty McMullen, they're in Lake Cumberland. They pick up freezers, refrigerators. So and then you know I've got Jessica Cornelius. She's out at Lake Harrington. And so, like, I've got people in different places, and I'll go join them and do it, you know. But it's mostly people out on their own because that's where I want
So
them.
you're
I don't
really just
want
trying to
them
inspire the movement
That's right.
of people.
Do it when you're out. You know,
Right.
it's not so much. I know a lot of people do the group cleanups because you can do a lot in that, but a little at a time works too. A little at a time by multiple people really works. You know,
Right.
Where you don't have to spend the day out in the heat for 4 hours cleaning up on the banks. Do it all year long. Kind of like saving up money. You know, you save $100 a month by the end of the year, you got $1,200. You know, so
Pick up a trash bag or
Just
a
a
grocery
little-
bag every weekend,
That's
and by
right.
the end of the year,
That
you
is-
picked up 52
that's exactly right.
grocery bags. Yeah.
And so I have these people now that are counting too.
Are they?
They're going out, they're doing it, and they're counting, like just to see what they can do in a year. You know, it's amazing. It really is.
That's awesome.
And it's like fishing, but you don't have to wait for a bite.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not patient. I can't sit there and wait.
Oh, no.
You know,
No.
so it's like constant. You constantly got something to do while you're out there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's for the good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it gets you out in nature.
that's
and
right.
Amongst the
And you can-
water.
You can include your kids. You know, I take my girls out. I make them all use a grabby stick because I don't want them touching things. You know, but they love it. My daughter, my 16-year-old, at her high school, she'll be walking back from softball practice and have her hands full of trash that she's picking up on the way. And I think that's amazing.
It is.
Especially for a 16-year-old, you know, because your friends are watching,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So I'm very proud of her for that. And my 5-year-old's the same way. We always say, go in classy, come out trashy.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
It's cute. Ellie loves it too.
Now, you said you wouldn't wear anything that if it doesn't say a Cleaner Kentucky. Can people buy the T-shirts?
They
Is
can.
there,
They can. I've got a link that they can buy them from. And actually, I'm really looking for someone to do more merchandising because I have a lot of ideas. And the shirt thing, whew, it's a lot. And you know, a lot of people aren't really involved in it. Like, I don't know. I need somebody to do like, I feel like stickers and I'm going to make signs that say I believe in a cleaner Kentucky, kind of like just be kind. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Things like that. So I think that'd be a big hit, really. I don't make anything off of the shirts because I want them to be as cheap as they can possibly be for people to get, you know.
Right. Just
But yeah, I've got lots of ideas for merchandising, but that's not my forte. My forte is going out and cleaning up. So I'm trying to find someone that
well,
is
maybe
their
this
thing.
will help. You know,
Yeah.
get the word out that you're looking. Leave us your information, and we can
Okay.
reach out to people and see. I mean, we have
Yeah.
a couple of places here that could do it.
Absolutely.
I know a couple of friends who can make stickers. I don't know if she's still doing it, but there's people that can make stickers. We could see on that.
And
but
when you get
yeah.
this new website built, you'll have somewhere to sign.
That's
Yeah.
right. Oh, hello. That makes sense.
You're building these foundation blocks all over the
Yes,
place. Right?
yes. I don't even realize it sometimes. but
Sometimes,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the ideas just percolating back
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
It's like coffee.
Like
Uh-huh,
coffee.
that's right.
That's it.
And then once it kicks in, bam, there it is.
There
ready
it
to
is.
go.
Mhm.
Is there a particular place or particular person that stands out to you that you really, or I mean, I'm not trying to nail you down on
No,
a name
no.
or a person, but just something that hit you, like the fisherman that said, "Oh, picked up this bottle that I threw out." Is there somebody?
There's so many. Like Cumberland has been very good to me. Spencer County has been very good to me.
Good.
The whole state of Kentucky, really. And that's why I love giving back, because I love Kentucky and I love the people that live here, because there are some great people that live in the state of Kentucky. But my supporters are top notch, I'm telling you. Like Matthew Bill, he follows me to every event. And I mean, he lives hours away. You know,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. It really is. I have a great village, a really good village. Sarah and Monty, they went and checked out this car for me before I bought it because it was 2.5 hours away, you know, like, and you would have thought they were getting a new car. They were just so excited for me. So those kind of things are the kind of, they make me emotional. You know what I mean? Just, there's so much love out there, you know, and I feel like Sarah and Monty are like second parents to me. You know what I mean? And Teresa, she's amazing too. She got down, she had hip surgery. I went up there and I cleaned up her area for her because I knew she was chomping at the bit to get out there and clean it up, you know. And so we kind of just all take care of each other in a way, and it's an incredible thing. And I think it's just going to keep growing, and more people. There's some incredible people out there, incredible, selfless people that want to change the world too. You know, a little at a time,
A little at a time.
A little
That's what we need to do.
slow and steady. I have to tell myself that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you try and.
Sometimes- yeah.
Push. I want it all cleaned up right now, you know, but that's not the way it works.
How many
So,
hours a day do you go out?
Oh, 6 to 8 probably.
Wow.
Now I don't go every single day because
Okay.
there's days like I'll spend with Ellie. Me and Ellie, well, we ended up cleaning up anyway. We cleaned up at the creek and then we went swimming. But I can't stand not to pick up a piece of trash a day, like at least. I don't care if I'm running all day doing errands. I'll pick up in the parking lot. Like it's ingrained in me. Like
Right.
it has to happen. I'll even apologize sometimes. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I gotta get this trash real quick. It's driving me crazy, you know. So yeah, it's a part of my everyday life. Everything I do, yeah.
Amazing.
And right now, the heat. Whew, I'm so
Yeah.
thankful for AC. Oh my goodness, I'm so thankful.
Sure, rub it in.
And one of
So sorry.
and one of the bonuses of being near the water too. At least you can get in the water,
yeah.
cool down.
I like Cumberland the other day. It was my first adventure in my new to me car. And I had just got done picking up 70, I think it was like 78 bags of trash. I was hot, sweating. And the sun was going down and it was beautiful and there was nobody there. And so I just went, because it was flooded, so the ramp, you know, was like shallow. I just went and laid and floated on the water as the sun went down. And it was just one of the most amazing experiences ever. So yes, it is revitalizing to be near that water. When I was out in Rooney last week and I didn't have air conditioning, that was the trick. Get in the water, then get in the truck and let the wind hit you, you know, because the truck's like an oven.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even if the window's down, it's warm. It's
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I totally take advantage of that water situation.
I don't blame you.
But I'm
one
a
bit.
mess and I smell like a river. You know, like, but it is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
But a river don't smell that bad.
Hey, I don't mind it. I love the smell of nature.
Yeah.
You're a single lady. It's fine.
That's right. I think about that all the time. I'm like, don't get too close. Stay within 6 feet. Yeah, right. That's what I told Corinne. I was like, there will be no. I mean, I just don't see it. I smell like trash all the time. That's all I do, But if it fits, it will fit, and that
There
person
you
will
go.
love doing exactly. I mean, they're gonna have to love doing what I do.
They're gonna have to,
I'm
yeah.
not compromising. That's what I'm gonna be out doing. I've been asked out to dinner. I'm like, go pick up trash with me.
Right.
There's the ultimate test right there. You really want to hang out? Because I'm gonna be cleaning up trash. Yeah.
I love it.
Nature is my love. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, almost. It's
You're kind of almost in a weird marriage with
like a soulmate.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a weird thing. It's
Uh-huh.
weird.
Are there
Maybe
any-
that'll hinder me?
Are there
but I
any
don't
favorite places you have that you go to that we should check out?
know. Mystery Falls on Lake Cumberland.
Okay.
It's beautiful. The waterfall's big and wide and beautiful. Change your life. There's a lot. Arches. Caneyville, Kentucky. There's one. I think it's called Tobacco Barn Arch. And there's a spring there with a little bridge, and it's just peaceful. Lake Cumberland has so many little. I want to say like backwoods ramps. They're like not something. It's not like there's not signage for them and all that.
Right.
So it's like when I go down there, I discover new things every time. In Stearns, Kentucky too. There's so many pretty places, but yeah, Stearns is. Or Yahoo Falls and Split Bow Arch.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Split Bow Arch overlook is blow your mind, and it's not even that far of a walk. I'd say a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
Tops.
I know when we were talking with Catherine from Taylorsville Tourism, we were talking about just how beautiful Kentucky is, just across the board, like hands down compared to even other countries that you think of beautiful rolling, green
Yes.
countrysides. And she's like, we have that.
We do.
And
we have it
and
all.
we have so much water and so many shorelines.
That's what I think. Like if I leave my house, no matter what direction I go in, within an hour to an hour and a half, I'm going to hit another body of water. In Taylorsville, Van Buren Ramp is my favorite. I love it. Sunsets, amazing. Every single time there. I love Van Buren. Channing Lane I like too, but Van Buren is my favorite. It is. And I show it a lot of love. I go there often.
Well, thank you for that.
I love
we
doing
appreciate it.
I love doing it.
Now, do you clean up around like some of the creeks and stuff in this
yeah.
area too? Or
Creeks are kind of my thing because they're not so overwhelming. When I don't have Old Blue, my kayak, the creeks I can walk in, the girls can go with me, So yeah, we do a lot of creek cleaning. Big lakes, like Lake Cumberland, I want to find the small spots, like Clifty Creek or some, the tributaries,
Right.
because the big, that's overwhelming, especially for the kayak, I want the smaller.
Right.
I'm into the smaller spots.
Yeah.
And that's usually where a lot of the trash collects, so that kind of works out,
Right. Yeah, because it doesn't just hang out there in the open.
No.
It rolls to the sides and
Right.
gets stuck.
That's right.
How many bags can you fit on your kayak? Like,
Oh.
how many trips back to the shore do you
Okay.
have to make to dump?
Now, in the wintertime, I'll make trips.
Okay.
And when it's warm outside, there will be no trips. I pile it on. I bet I could, 75, maybe more.
Oh, wow.
75, maybe 100.
Wow.
You gotta condense. So like if I got a big tote, I take that big tote and then I put the bags in it. And I don't tie it to my kayak either.
That's what I was wondering if you like drug it behind.
Balance.
No.
Nope, I just balance it right on it. And me and Old Blue, we are in sync.
Mm-hmm.
She's been great. It's almost like a challenge to me to figure out, how to balance it on.
I think that was one of the first pictures that I saw that made me start really paying attention to you. Was you had the like Kroger bags or something
Yes.
stacked up all over your kayak, and I was like,
You can't even see me. Like
Right,
sometimes
yeah.
I'll have to, row and look this
it was
way.
actually a long time before I saw you
Yes.
in a social media post. It was.
It was the kayak,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
always the kayak and
Yes.
the trash
The
bags
kayak
and stuff.
bags,
Yeah.
yep.
Kayaking has been, I'm kind of Taylor's Lake kind of taught me a lesson there. Because I went I guess it was right in April, right after it flooded, and it had gone down quite a bit. I mean, it was barely up. When I got there, it was nice and calm, so I was like, oh yeah, going, I'll get out the trees if I have to. That's what I did. Start cleaning up, and then I go back, and I mean, the waves were white capping. It was unreal.
Oh, wow.
That day I had to make 2 trips, and it was a lesson, because I looked like Daryl from The Walking Dead when I got back to the program. My face was scratched up. The guys from Taylorsville Lake were there. They're like, you all right? I'm like, I am now, but I
It was
barely
scary
made
for
it back
me.
here with this trash. I had to fight a 5-gallon bucket that went into the water, and it had grocery bags tied to it, and I refused to leave it. It was a day. It was a day. I ended up soaked up to my waist, and it was not warm at that point.
Right.
But
Right.
I made it back to the ramp safely, and then I was like, yeah, no more high water waiting. No more of that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We need you out there continuing to do this, so we need you safe.
yes. Yeah, and I don't want to have to fight that hard.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It is not worth all that. That's what I was
I
thinking.
mean,
about
the job
halfway
already
through.
has to be exhausting.
It is,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I love doing it, so that makes it not so exhausting.
Right.
Right. Get in the truck, catching my breath, and I'm like, whoo, was that really needed? You know, did you really need to go that far, Whitney? You know, but
I was gonna say, I guess if you're out there kayaking all day, you're not needing to go to the gym and do all that stuff.
No.
That's your exercise.
yes. But push mowing made me sore last night. I'm like, what is going on? I paddle.
Right.
You use different muscles.
You do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that's
you
what
do.
people don't understand. They're
Yeah.
like, I walk all day long, and why
Yeah.
is this hurting now? Yeah.
And it's not self-propelled, so it's a little rough to push.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me yesterday.
People do want to help and want to sign
Yes,
up
tell
or
us.
want to do things. Where can they reach you?
On Facebook.
Okay.
And we have a group called A Cleaner Kentucky. And so if they want to go out and they want to clean up a grocery bag of trash and be a part of the count, which we're going for $1 million this year.
Okay.
We're at 720,000, so we're well on our way.
Oh wow.
And it's only like middle of June.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
That's crazy.
But they can if they're out on their own, they can just take a picture of the bag of trash they picked up, post it on Cleaner Kentucky, and we can count it in as. I'm getting ready to start doing something new too. I'm gonna start putting out. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go yet, but kind of like a golden egg.
Okay.
And leave them
Good.
in certain places with prizes, you know. So that'll be kind of like a treasure hunt. That'll be fun for the kids, you
Yeah.
know. And I don't know, probably
Maybe it's like a
cash
certain
prizes.
painted rock or something.
I think I'm gonna do cash.
Oh, you're literally gonna hide cash.
Not literal. Like
Oh.
I'll put a
Oh.
letter or something
Right,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They can contact
Okay.
me and then
Yeah.
I can send it.
That's,
But yeah.
that's cool.
But then that gets people paying attention.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually you miss whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't remember that being there
That's
or
right.
something like that, because now you're looking more intensely.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they can contact me on Facebook Messenger. I'm always up for any kind of new and different ideas. Like I want to break the mold a little bit, you know. So yeah, they can feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. I've also got an email, cleanerkentucky@gmail.com. So they're more than welcome to email me there too.
So, in addition to, obviously, we want to encourage everybody to get out there and contribute to
Yes.
Cleaner Kentucky. But if we want to contribute to you and your cause specifically, can we donate?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a GoFundMe set up as well as PayPal Give.
Okay.
PayPal Give is they confirm that you're a nonprofit, and
Perfect.
so it's tax deductible that way.
Okay.
So I've got PayPal Give and GoFundMe. I'm working on a website now
Okay.
and a PO box because I've learned a lot of people don't like to do the electronic.
A lot of people like to still mail a
They
check.
do.
Yeah.
They do. So I'm going to get me a PO box.
Especially in smaller towns. This town,
Oh yes.
this is a lot of cash and a lot of check.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny because you don't think of that.
No, and there's a lot. I mean, like Cumberland, there's a lot of little towns there too. So it's you're
Yeah.
exactly right.
And businesses. I mean,
Mhm.
businesses need to get involved in this. We all
Oh.
need this to be here, for the future of our businesses, for the future of our families, for the future of our
Yes.
generations. I mean, we
Mhm.
need the waterways to be clean and providing for us.
Right.
So, I mean, we all have a stake in working on this and trying to
Yes.
make it better.
And I'm working on sponsorships. I thought about doing a wrap on my new newer
Mhm.
vehicle.
Yeah.
And getting sponsorships for that since I'm all over the state.
You're
know.
traveling all over,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
That would
Then
be great.
be advertisement everywhere. You
Yeah.
know? So that's one of the things that I'm thinking of doing.
Absolutely, you should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Well, there's also grants that you could apply for too.
You should get somebody, one of
We
your
can have-
supporters,
we can
who
get
is
somebody
into
to help
you.
grants. I know.
Because
Because
I sat and worked on some for like 16 hours. And okay, here's the thing. It's not a guarantee.
Right.
No.
And
That's
do you
true.
know how much trash I can pick up in 16 hours?
Yep.
Oh, it hurts my soul.
But there's somebody out there that's got a bad back who can't go out there and
That's
pick up
right.
trash. It still
And
wants
they
to
wanna
contribute.
help, so-
Yes.
So we just got to find you those
You
people
come
to get involved.
contact me, please. Because I'm telling you, I have trouble with that
So
part.
maybe we'll put it out there. If there's any grant writers out there, just
Yes.
reach out and help her out. Because there's the T-Mobile grant that they do quarterly, which is $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of there's a waterway funds that can come through.
There's a-
also.
Oh, there has to.
There's a
bunch.
whole lot out there. People don't think about it. It's just sitting there, and unless somebody says, "Well, I think I need this," and there's a grant for that, or there's something to help out. So whatever we
you
can
have
do.
to jump through to get to writing that grant. That
Oh,
drives
yeah.
me crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
Well, we'll see if we can get you some help out of that.
That
and
would
see
be
what we
so
can do.
awesome. Like at Walmart does grants.
Mhm.
So you can talk to the general managers. I think it's like up to $5,000, which I've tried for a couple of those. I haven't got it yet, but there are different outlets you can go to. I'd rather just go out and pick up the trash, and that's why the roadside works out so well. Because,
If nothing else, Walmart would at least be giving you the bags.
Yeah. Well, I get them free anyway, and I have a lot of people that love to contribute in that way.
Mhm.
They'll say, "Hey, I got a bag of bags over here for you."
Mhm.
I'm like, "Heck yeah, I'll take them," because I will go through a garbage bag of grocery bags quickly.
Oh, I bet.
You know,
With those
okay.
bags you're collecting,
Mhm.
absolutely.
That's good to know because we get a bunch
That's
of
right.
grocery bags.
Yes,
just
I'll
put them in a
take
big bag for you
I
and
will
say, "Hey,
put them to good use. I promise.
we'll let you know when we got
Okay.
a load and you can come by and
I'll pick
when
them
we're in the neighborhood."
Maybe we need to start a collection center
Start a
here in
collection center,
Taylorsville.
yeah.
Well, and a lot of people feel like they're doing their part by doing that, and I love that. And they get to meet me, and
Yeah.
it starts this whole. I'm telling you, the most amazing people I've met. Some of the most amazing people that I would have never met had it not been for this journey, you know?
Same.
It's
I feel the
crazy.
same way.
It's crazy how life works. It really is.
Yeah.
Like I said, if someone had told me 10 years ago this is what I was doing, I'd have thought they were nuts.
Right. I feel like it kind of puts you where you're supposed to be.
That's right.
It really
Without
does.
you even knowing it. You think it's like a hindrance, and then before you know it, you're like, whoa.
Right.
Really?
You think something bad's happened,
Yeah.
and really it was the best thing that could happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's unreal,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
You got to have that faith.
Yep.
And
Well-
that's the thing, like the car issue.
Yeah.
It was knocking you down,
Oh.
but now you got something better to go forward to, and you always got to look at that positive.
That's
when
right.
you're done. So
And my problem is just like I told you, I'm not patient, you know? So sometimes I just got to sit down and say, and I ended up at the pilot. I was like, you know what? God was just reminding me, He is the pilot.
Right.
He is.
For all the good
Ultimately.
you put into the world,
He is.
he gave it back to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Well, give us that email one more time and the name of your Facebook page.
cleanerkentucky@gmail.com. And then my Facebook page is Sunkissed.
That's a wrap
KY.
on this week's heartbeat
Sticks
of
and
small
stones.
town
Oh, I just
life.
caught that. When you
Thanks
explained
for
it,
tuning in
that's
to Small
Yes,
Town
yeah.
Pulse, where stories are shared,
Right.
voices
But I
are
had to
heard,
put the KY.
and the spirit of
Yes.
community
Sunkissed
always
and
comes
stones.
through
Not rude.
loud and clear.
Easy to remember.
If you felt the pulse today, make sure
So
to
nice
subscribe
meeting
so
Thank you
you
for sharing
never
what you
miss
do
an
with us.
episode.
Thank you for all that you do.
We're here every week with more small town dreams,
Thank you for
challenges,
joining us again
and
today at
everything
Small Town
in
Pulse
between.
with Steve and Melissa.
Till next time, stay connected, stay inspired, and keep your finger on the pulse. This was Small Town Pulse with Steve and Melissa, and you're right on beat.